What happens when state law conflicts with federal law? Imagine living in a place where two rules tell you different things. One says you can do something, and the other says you cannot. What do you do? This is what happens when state laws clash with federal laws. It all comes down to a rule in the U.S. Constitution called the Supremacy Clause. This clause says that the Constitution is the highest law in the land. It also states that federal laws made according to the Constitution are the supreme law of the land. So, if a state law conflicts with a valid federal law, the federal law wins. It overrides or cancels out the state law in that situation. This idea is called federal preemption. It is a key part of how power is shared between the national government and the states. Preemption can happen in different ways. Sometimes, the federal government clearly states in the law that it overrides state laws. This is called express preemption. Other times, federal regulation covers a whole area so completely that it leaves no room for state laws. This is called field preemption. The third way is conflict preemption. This happens when it is impossible to follow both laws at the same time, or when a state law gets in the way of what federal law is trying to do. Courts play an important role here. When there is a disagreement, they look at the laws involved, what Congress intended, and the Constitution. If they find that a state law blocks or contradicts federal law, they will declare that state law invalid. This keeps the federal laws in charge and makes sure your rights under federal protections are respected. For example, federal civil rights laws or environmental rules will take priority over state laws that are less protective. But states still have some power. They can regulate in areas where federal law does not fully cover the issue. This allows different states to have different laws, which can suit local needs. Knowing how this balance works helps you understand when federal laws protect your rights, even if state laws seem to say otherwise. It also shows how courts help keep everything fair and clear when conflicts happen.